Hey guys, thank you for stopping by here, thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor, and we're going to get into the S&P 500. I'm going to go over exactly what I'm seeing here and how it can help you for this coming week and beyond that. So, if you've been watching these videos that I've been doing, you wouldn't be surprised by the market heading lower. This is something we've been preparing for privately, within the membership, between members and I, and our positions have been 100% short trades via put options for the last several weeks, and they've been paying very nicely. And last week was even further confirmation that we're going to head lower. And a lot of people say, well, that's good for the market or that's bad for the market, and we don't really say that it's good or bad because we don't really care. As long as we're on the right side of the trade, that's all that really matters. So you shouldn't care either, because the beauty of the market is you can trade it in both directions. Okay, so there's no good or bad. It's just being right or wrong and making money and losing money. Okay, so first and foremost, the main reason here that we called for this downside move last week is because if you look here on this hammer candle right here, this is a hammer candle. We attempted to break down early in the week. I believe this is Monday of last week. I'm going to just zoom in so you can see it a little better. So here was that hammer candle right here, all right? But if you notice, okay, we made a lower low with this hammer candle. And, normally that's not a huge deal, but it's a big deal because the last times that we've bottomed, we haven't made lower lows. So if you just look at here on the market, we're making low here, lower low, and then on this candle, we made another lower low. Okay, we're in a downtrend, and that downtrend got even more solidified even with this, hammer candle, this bounce candle. Okay, so not only that, I want to kind of point out, if you look, the reason I'm showing you this is to show you what the market looks like when it bounces. Okay, so previously when we bounced, this is what it looked like. Okay, and it's not just this one time. Bottoms look like this many other times. Okay, so but this is the most recent example. So as you can see, first and foremost, what we have is higher lows right there. Okay, you can clearly see that. Here's a low, here's a higher low, and here's a higher low right there. Okay, so over here, what we have is the opposite. Okay, here's a low, a lower low, another lower low. Okay, we're making lower lows, and you can clearly see that when I draw that line. Okay, lower lows. Last time, even though it was choppy and messy and scary in the moment, if you just keep it simple, we made a higher low here, okay? Higher low, all right? And then we ended up making higher highs after we broke this high. So here's that high right here. Boom. We broke that high right there. That made us making higher highs. So that's when we kind of knew the uptrend was going to come back into full force, is when we made that higher high. If you keep it really simple, guys, okay, really simple. Higher highs, higher lows. Where are the highs? Where are the lows? Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Are we making higher highs, or are we making lower highs? Okay? Are we making lower lows or lower highs? That's all you got to look at, okay? If you want to know in what direction the market is likely going to head. And right now, we're making lower lows. Okay? Very simple stuff, guys. Okay? So not only that, but this bounce attempt, as you can see, I'm just going to kind of zoom in a little bit. As you can see, failed here. We had that hammer candle, traded sideways, and then we gapped below this support. Okay? Making this a breakout to the downside, or a breakdown. Okay? A breakdown to the outside of this sideways trading range. You can see we traded sideways here for a while, and that is building up energy. Okay? That's building up energy. So after we come out of this sideways range, we're going to trade lower, likely with some velocity, okay, and back into a trend. All right, trend, because right here is pretty choppy. Right here, obviously, a lot of individual plays tanked to the downside and trended to the downside. A lot of the plays that we were in, and we profited nicely because we were on the short side. But the market here in general was quite choppy. In fact, we traded on the long side on this move up. We traded on the long side on this move up, but we've been short for quite a while. Since up here is when we got short, we've stayed short this entire time. So that's what we're looking at for the S&P 500. If you look at the weekly chart here, that's the other thing I want to show you. Let's go with 2 years of action. So what you see here is right here we have this support. You can see the support right here. I'm going to just draw this support right there. You can see bouncing many times, and then boom, what did we do last week? We closed out of that support. Okay, this is what I would call maybe a bear flag right here. Here's a little bear flag. Boom, boom, right there, and we broke out of it last week. Okay, broke out of it last week. Here's the pole of that flag. If you follow the videos that I do, I'm not big on patterns, okay? But we've got a lot of reasons here that this is going to head lower. We're breaking that support. We have the lowest weekly close since back here in March of this year, okay? Of March of this year. So again, we're making lower lows and lower highs, closing the week below all this support. Breaking out of that bear flag. I'm not seeing a lot of reasons that we're going to bounce. Okay, I don't see any reason. Even under the hood, I'm looking at a lot of sectors. Banks are headed lower. Technology's headed lower. Nothing's really looking like it wants to bounce, to be honest with you. And I think it's going to get. I think the market's going to head a lot lower. I think this is kind of just the beginning, to be honest with you. At least that's what we're seeing right now. But again, in this market, okay, especially now that we're headed into, kind of uncharted territory that we haven't seen potentially, if we head into a true bear market, we haven't seen a true bear market in about 10 years. So that's something that you just gotta kind of be aware of. That there's going to be a change in behavior. Okay, long setups are not going to work. Just like in a raging bull market, when let me move my face out of the way. When we're headed up like this, smooth sailing. Do you think short setups are working very often in the market when the market is doing this? No, it doesn't really work that well. Okay. Same thing when we're headed lower. Is that most long setups won't work. And when they work, they're going to be short-lived. So just like when we traded upside moves over here, just like when we traded upside moves here, we knew we had to be quick, and we took profits quick. Same thing over here. We knew we had to be quick. We knew we could get a nice bounce out of the market. And there are going to be lots of bounces in the market. Okay, you got to understand that. We're not going to go straight down. Same thing will probably happen. We'll just waterfall, and then we'll chop around, and then we'll waterfall. Same thing. Okay. So you just got to be aware of the change in the trend and the change in how the market behaves and how you trade that. Okay, you can't just go in and buy the dip. With a blindfold on like you did when the market was insanely bullish, okay? Because right now, these dips are not getting bought. These dips are getting lower and lower and lower, okay? So you really, really have to understand that. So, with that said, I hope this video helps you out. We're getting to an interesting time in the market. And if you haven't been there before, if you haven't seen this or traded through this, you're going to have a hard time. Okay, I've been doing this for over a decade now, and I've seen up markets, I've seen down markets, seen sideways markets, and I've been able to profit alongside all of those markets. Okay, so this isn't scary to me. This isn't unusual to me. I've seen it all, and while most people are struggling in the market, we actually profited the last several weeks because we know how to profit in any kind of market. So if it sounds like if you need some help in the market, if you'd like someone in your back pocket who knows what they're doing, and if you want real-time alerts, then you got to join us here. We have a special going on right now for the annual membership. It's our lowest price we've ever offered. You can also join with the monthly or the quarterly, but the annual membership is what we have a special on right now, and I'd like to invite you to join that today. And what you're going to get is you're going to get easy to follow real-time trade alerts sent via text message, so you can trade from the office, at home, school, on the road. It doesn't matter. As long as you have a cell signal, you're going to be able to participate in these trades. And here's just a few examples of some recent alerts that we did. If you had been a member at that time, you would have been able to profit alongside with us. And right here we have, you're going to get access to our real-time portfolio tracker. And this is a big thing that separates us from all the other services out there, because trust me, I know you have a lot of options out there for services. And this is what separates us from everyone else, is that we have complete transparency with all of our trades. They're uploaded to the portfolio tracker, and you're going to be able to see exactly how we're making money, when we're making money, and you're going to be able to have complete transparency. The other thing you're getting is watch lists. You're getting member-only videos. All of the alerts that we send out for trades are accompanied by a video with analysis on why we got in the trade, why we have our stop loss where it is, why we have our profit target where it is. So you're understanding exactly why we're doing everything that we're doing. So it's not just handing you out alerts and that's it. You're able to learn in the process so that you can become a better trader as well. So the next thing you're getting is a bonus here. We don't normally give people access to this for free, but you're getting it as a bonus when you sign up with the annual membership. You're getting access to our full education suite. Anything from options. If you're newish to options, this is a great course for you to take and to become an expert in no time. You're also going to get our strategies as well within that educational library suite. We discuss our strategies, which we don't discuss with anyone except for members. And then all you got to do is click down here and start making winning trades today. And again, it's $7.87 for the year. It's our lowest price that we've offered. Just click that button right there, and it's going to take you to the 100% secure checkout page. Put in your name, your email address, your phone number. The phone number is how you get the text alerts, so be sure you enter in a valid phone number. Your password, enter in your billing information. You can choose credit card, debit card, or PayPal, totally up to you. And then just click yes, join the program, and you're going to get instant access to these real-time profitable trade alerts, video analysis, watch lists, and you're also going to get 24/7 access to me personally via a live chat box on the website, or you can reach me via text or email. I'm available through multiple different mediums. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys inside the membership.